Flag of Japan, but pi, like pi, the circle, isn't pi a circle, is equal to 4. Flags and math jokes. There should never be this combination ever. At least I shouldn't be talking about them, that's for sure. The Bangladesh flag, except it's decided to come out. It's Pride Month. They decided to do it in Bangladesh, but wait, yeah, Bangladesh, not cool, bro. Why are they now behind bars? Flag of the US, but instead of Wyoming, they've used Florida for the blue background. That makes sense. Like, why does Wyoming get all the glory in our US flag? Like, yeah, I understand it's kind of a cool shape. It's almost like a perfect square, but Wyoming is like the least populated. You couldn't think of a more populated state to give a bunch of glory to. I think this should be the new design. Florida deserves a lot more representation, as well as it'd be much easier to put in a 51st state or a 52nd state. Still a lot of blank blue areas here. Flag of Germany, but I'm using dark mode, so it's just the yellow and the red. I can't see it. I always use light mode. Flag of Japan, but it's spinning. Oh, it's spinning. Is that a fidget spinner? Technically, the flag of Japan could look like this. It's just spinning really fast. How would we know? Maybe this is what the actual sun looks like. Maybe it's just a giant red Swiss cross. The US flag, but every star represents how many times I've had sex. I can relate a lot to this message. A little too much, actually. US states, but I've confused postal abbreviations with country domains. So obviously, in California, we are CA, but no, that's Canada. Dang, it's so confusing. Does the AL stand for Alabama or Albania? No one can ever know. Louisiana and Lowe? There's a lot of combinations I've never thought would come together now that I'm looking at this. Mongolia and Minnesota. India and Indiana, though, I think is a perfect match. Here's a little bit of unity art for you. The flag of South Cyprus and North Cyprus coming together to make, wow, what a wonderful flag. You know what? Why not unite? Just because, again, I know it's stupid, but the flag looks too good. You know, maybe it can act as a symbol for both people on both sides to be like, let's put our differences aside and just have a flag that perfectly represents all of us. Flag of Japan, but it's spinning. I actually thought this would be a different joke. I thought it would just be a blank image of the flag of Japan and it says it's spinning. I think they already did that. That's the joke. Now it's actually spinning. Flag of France, but it's sus. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of seems like we've got an imposter among us. The French, bunch of sussy bakas. Flag of Japan, but when we ordered it from the manufacturer, they gave us the wrong flag. How in the world can you possibly mix up Canada and Botswana? Yeah, regardless, it's a pretty good design. I like this new Canadian art right here. It would work in a modern art museum, I think. Flag of Germany, but I'm colorblind. Also, flag of many other places. If you turn your head a little bit, it's possibly any flag in Europe ever, pretty much. This is exactly why we can't send dogs to war. They just won't know their allies. Flag of the US, but every star and stripe is replaced with a US flag. It just keeps getting deeper, boys. Will when it end? I think we've seen every possible combination for this US flag, and I'm pretty disgusted. I didn't think it could get even worse. Flag of North Korea, but it was colonized by India. And the reason why this country lost their independence is they lost this game of Connect 4. Classic rookie mistake. They didn't look at the diagonal right here. North Korea almost got him. I mean, there was a couple possibilities of them connecting 4 here and maybe here. Thank you. Flag of Germany, but I'm not colorblind and I'm not using dark mode. Kind of forgot that they updated their flag. It's been a while. North Korea, but it's reviewed by every North Korean citizen on Yelp. Wow, look at that. Everyone has given it a 5 out of 5 stars. Seems like a great place. We should go visit, actually. You can't deny this. I mean, 5 out of 5. It must be amazing. I don't know why I needed to know this, but if you rotate the Union Jack flag to 90 degrees, so it's actually like sitting vertically, and then you stretch it back to the normal aspect ratio, everything else stays the same except for the red cross in the middle. It's looking kind of thick. It's not a terrible flag, though. I mean, maybe they should think about it just to represent all the chaos of the country itself. Flag of France, but it's actually a Warhammer 40k rule book. Man, they're just slipping in French flags everywhere now. Really is kind of feeling sus. The Uruguayan president loves flags so much that he became a human flag on this day. I think human flags are much better than like the fabric or whatever we're using. I think whoever we vote to lead the country needs to actually be the flag. They must become the flag. And if you can't do this, I'm sorry, you just can't lead the country anymore. Flag of Georgia, but this time it was colonized by Japan. And I don't know whose move is next in this tic-tac-toe game, but someone's about to win out. Therapist, don't worry. Spindia isn't real. It can't hurt you. Also, Spindia. I kind of like the name Spindia, to be honest. It just gives everything such a deeper meaning. And you don't always have to pronounce the SP. Look at Spain. Their S is supposed to be silent to really represent the people. Flag of Andorra. Hola, Dora. Trying to think who Swiper would be a part of. Probably Spindia. Flag of Scotland, And if it was a part of the Nordic countries, I mean, yep, that is basically their template. Kind of works, checks out. It's already up there near the Nordic countries anyways. You should just do it, Scotland. Come independent, join that Nordic Council, do your thing. Here we go. Here's some more details on how to become a human flag. Okay, so approach the pole in a slight run, spread eagle across, and there you go. Is he waving? All right, yeah, no, if our leaders can't do this, I just don't think they should be leaders. It's not that hard. Come on now. I don't know if you heard, guys, but they just announced the new generation of Pokemon games, Pokemon Cyprus and Pokemon Kosovo. I don't know which one I want to get first because Pokemon Cyprus is obviously going to have a whole lot of anger from just like the island itself, like a possible civil war might break out. But then Pokemon Kosovo, you have like the looming threat of Yugoslavia forming back up and doing a bunch of things. Have to fight a bunch of Serbians with all their Pokemon. It must be a throwback to Pokemon Fall of Yugoslavia. I remember when they released that game back in like 1992. Someone is doing something to the Croatian.
Share this with your friends to totally France them.
What? Did I just get Rickrolled French editions? Oh my god, I've gotten baguetted. Always be careful when looking at that Croatian flag. Don't let this happen to you. Now here's a Discord update to their logo that wouldn't have made as many people mad. The company just needs to be colonized by Britain. No one would mind this. Add the little British watermark, but most importantly, get that old design back and people would be happy. I think they'd prefer that. Flag of North Korea, but it was reviewed by literally anyone else except for North Koreans. Actually, no, North Koreans too, if they weren't in North Korea and forced to give it 5 stars. I don't know, these Yelp reviews seem pretty misleading. I'm still a little confused, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm still willing to go try it out. Flag of Uruguay. It's hard not to say Uruguay every time I think of this country. I do obviously prefer this version of their flag. I mean, that's a given. Who doesn't? Flag of Sexy Flanders. Again, much better. Did you go through the same thing as Sexy Squidward? Did you just have to get smashed in the face a couple times? Flag of Germany, but it was captured in Google Street View. And it looks like this because there really isn't much Google Street View of Germany. Either way, I'm glad they left this little Easter egg for us. Thank you. Flag of the Automaton Empire. I really need to get one of these. This would have been the perfect opportunity. I was gonna buy one. This would have been perfect. Just like wah, wah, wah. Ah, yes, Napoleon Bonaparte. It does seem like a pretty good place for Napoleon to have escaped to. How do we know he didn't escape to Nepal? Seems a little sus. Those names are very close together. Maybe he did. Maybe he's still out there waiting to regain control of France. A proposed design for the British Basketball League. I mean, how could you not? Like, if you don't go with this, I'm gonna be pissed. On every court, it should kind of look like this. You could maybe change the design of the colors, depending on the team that's playing, but overall, the lines, it better be this. It's too good. Like, I'm actually upset that the British haven't rolled out with some sort of British basketball league at this point. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be horrible, but I don't care. Flag of Europe, but it is pride. See, this is why you can't just have 3 colors on your flag, because you need to have a little bit more. Although, a lot of these places are getting away with things, surprisingly. The Czech Republic even changed their flag? Come on now. The only flags I'm noticing that repeats is France and Italy, which is amazing. Oh, and then Luxembourg and the Netherlands. But, I mean, Luxembourg is basically Dutch anyways. Come on. It's rightful Dutch land. Lithuania has become Russia, which is normal, not really surprised there. Greece looks the exact same. I always like the ones that just look the exact same still. Flag of Kanye. I like this. I'd like to see like every version of world flags as a flag of Kanye. I really wonder what that would look like, but I guess we'll never know. Flag of Cyprus in the style of Antarctica, but the size is to scale. Antarctica, big. Cyprus, small boy. For a second there, I thought I was looking at the middle of like the sky and there was just this random Cyprus cloud floating by. I was about to say, that is amazing. It's like the aliens just showing how many crazy things they could do for us. Those UFOs are okay. Let's just keep, let them fly. Flag of Japan, but we're approaching it at relativistic speed. What does that mean? I guess you get blue shift when you go to that. I don't know, science, something space. I don't know. Flag of Palau, but now you actually know where it is. Thank you for that. You would think a lot more of these Pacific Island places would do something like this. It's a simple design, but you know, help us out. At least specifically us Americans. There's a lot of Americans that don't even know where Canada is though. I think we should force all the island nations to do something like this. You don't have to do like white squares to represent the continents. You know, you do your own mix with it, but just show us where you are. Especially Bermuda. If any place is gonna do this, it should be Bermuda. We don't even know if that place really exists. Flag of Macaronia. And I would say this would do wonders for tourism. The place looks delicious. I would want to visit just for the food. This will be the US flag in 100 years to update to the digital age. I'm actually kind of afraid to open my phone and see where that leads to. I hope nowhere, actually. Maybe I shouldn't even say this. Thank you. I think this one takes the cake as the absolute worst thing I've seen today, but gotta admit, it's still better than the original Montana flag. Update it to this, and I'll be happier. Not gonna lie. Flag of Estonia, but if everyone was virgins. Weezer. The amount of Weezer songs I have in my Spotify playlist. I don't want to talk about it. Qatar on this guitar. This is now the first time I've ever realized that those two words rhyme. I would buy this just for the jokes. Am I supposed to say Qatar? Because I always have people tell me it's Qatar. That definitely doesn't sound right, but I have heard people say it. It's Qatar from now on just because of this in my mind. Chad and Romania at the 1990 UN Assembly when Romania got rid of their coat of arms. Yeah, we gotta talk to some of these places. Then there's also the Ivory Coast and Ireland. Not the exact same, but still similar. Who are we gonna make change at first, though? That's the real question. I say Romania throws a vampire on theirs just to differentiate. And Chad could throw the Giga Chad. I love that that is like the perfect way to represent these two countries now. Bangladesh, but we're playing pool. This would be nice to like throw a little drop shadow on the design of the flag just to show that it's supposed to represent the sun. Come on, you think you would think about this, Bangladesh? I'm also looking at some of the other places that like have a circle on their flag that represents the sun. Flag of Japan, if it was commissioned by Cyprus to do a thing, because there's flowers and yeah. It looks cool. I think it should be spun a bit more though, right? Why am I looking at these shit posts and actually trying to think of how to design it better? I don't know. Quebec, but it is lost. What is this, 2019? The Quebec flag from the previous decade, that would work. Flag of Uruguay, but it shows us the solar system. Wait a second. Do I see the 9th planet on there? Oh man, science community is gonna be so triggered by this. You are valid, Pluto. Please tell me this is real. Please, Google. Country with square flag, Switzerland. Ah, yes, Switzerland. I can see where you got that confused. Two giant triangles smashed together versus a perfectly squared flag. I understand. And you know, the cross kind of looks like these star thingies, I guess. So this person is working on a little flag maker tool, something you can customize a couple templates, a couple different backgrounds, obviously colors and emblems, different positionings and sizes. And then when it's all said and done, look at that. Look how beautiful it is flying in the wind. It's a thing that a lot of people forget about. Yeah, your flag might look good on the page when it's all flat and perfectly laid out like this, but actually flying in the wind is a whole different story. Now that I think about it, the vast majority of world flags that I've seen, I have not seen flying in the wind in real life. They might look like crap. I don't even know. This is the flag of Israel. This is not the flag of Israel. I'm not gonna lie, guys. My mind is kind of blown. When I Google it, I always thought this was just like a poorly cropped image. Like, why leave those white bars? Come on now. They're even making the same mistake in real life. Come on, crop your flag now. Let's go. I feel like I'm personally being called out for this. I think I have a couple thumbnails where I don't really designate the white bars. I mean, kind of. I left some space there. That counts, right? Gotta admit, when it comes to Israel Cube, though, it does look better with the white at the outsides. They should still use this, though. I mean, this still looks pretty cool. I am extremely disturbed right now. I don't exactly know what we're looking at here. Okay, and clearly this pig did not see the previous post. So we have a fat American pig getting our nips chomped on by Canada, Switzerland, the UK, Japan, Israel, South Korea, Turkey. I don't even know. Wait, no, I think I mixed those up. I don't even know what these last ones. It doesn't matter. And someone like sculpted this too. They actually took like hours and hours to make this. I don't know what's more disturbing. Finally, what we've all been waiting for, our Kansas, a communist Kansas. I mean, obviously that's gonna happen any day now. This state has just gotten so radical, it's crazy. And big thanks to the patrons of May. Drew's Argentinian Grandpa. I'm about a nut. LuxembourgLover. Poppy Drew Woo. I love Drew Durnell. AryanAfterHours. Stormtrooper 501. Zeffi. Patrick C. Manny 74. Kaylee K. M203 BrushEm. Ian L. FusionWolf. Anthony G. Nick. EpiNick. Elijah Senpai. Dalton D. Call of Tortoise. Anikyte. Aaron F. And Aaron F. 2.